Well, first tonight, the Nottinghamshire pub that's been shut down under the new emergency COVID-19 laws. Police say it was holding a lock-in to serve drinks behind closed doors. Well, the Forces Chief Constable says that most people are indeed complying with the new laws, and today he's been out on the beat to see just how his officers are enforcing them. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
Obviously, if you continue to, then we're going to have to take action against you.
Enforcing a new emergency law on the streets of Hyson Green. They spotted Danny begging in a supermarket queue, but he shouldn't be here at all under the new COVID restrictions.
With the coronavirus going on around, people don't want to, they want distance from each other, people don't want to touch they don't want to hand anything out. It's very hard.
And here to see how the powers are being used today, Nottinghamshire's Chief Constable.
Most people are taking the advice.
He wants officers to use persuasion to encourage people to go home unless they're out for an essential reason. That includes daily exercise with members of your household. But does it mean the police should stop this game of football, for instance?
The football playing was a dad with a very small child out for a walk. We've got to be proportionate. That was quite reasonable. If I was looking at an 11-a-side match, Jeremy, there'd be a few police officers here and we'd obviously been taking some different action.
And now the police have powers to fine or arrest people who ignore the new restrictions. And this pub in Sutton-in-Ashfield's been shut down under the emergency COVID laws. Police say the licensee was serving regular drinkers on Saturday without the owner's knowledge.
There was a bit of a lock-in in traditional terms. They've been stopped, and that was a joint job with the local authority licensing team. And it's that type of thing where the enforcement's needed.
Their business as usual hasn't stopped. This man was caught with cannabis today, and police say most people are now complying with the emergency COVID-19 law, but some simply didn't know about it.
They haven't actually been watching the news. We've got a multicultural society here in Radford that a lot of those families were found are watching the news back home and not up to date on the current legislation and what was happening, which is why officers have been out encouraging people to stay home to save lives.
And this police drone footage of walkers in the Peak District prompted a row over whether the Derbyshire force were exceeding their legal powers. So is this a tactic they'll use in Nottinghamshire?
That wouldn't be one that I would choose. My drones are used for catching burglars and getting people who are very vulnerable, who are missing from home.
Move on, please.
Yes. And back at the supermarket, Danny's being moved on again. The COVID crisis means it isn't just about tackling nuisance behaviour. It's about stopping the spread of a deadly virus and potentially saving many lives.
Jeremy's with me now. Police now also warning about scammers then taking advantage of people.
They are, Anne, because as we all spend more time at home, crimes like burglary are going down. But of course, more and more of us are going online for work or to get health advice. And police in the East Midlands say fraudsters are taking advantage of that. And they're doing things like sending scam texts or what's known as phishing emails, where you click on a link which basically takes over your bank account, and they persuade you to do it by posing as a charity or the government, even the World Health Organization. Detectives also warning about scam calls which claim to come from your internet company.
It will be under some guise of wanting to check their internet connection speeds or help them through an issue that they believe they may be having with working their computer properly. But once they've done that, unfortunately, it allows them to open up all of the details on that person's computer to them. And obviously, they're looking for things like banking information.
Now, police say a really good way to protect yourself is to think very hard before clicking a link on an email. If you do think you've been scammed, they say, well, get in touch with your bank.
OK, Jeremy, thanks very much indeed for that.